The following program is rated TV-17, containing bad language.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Sexual situations.
Like you're gonna take your pants off instead?
Nudity.
Sure.
And graphic depictions of nut-crunching dick kicks.
Oh, I just had to kick in the diddly again.
Parental discretion is advised.
All right, welcome everybody to a special Thursday edition of the Ronin Joe Show. I'm going to be going over the Reaper Destroyer Second Chance campaign, still working out a little bit of the kinks before we launch tomorrow night. Also want to talk about the Charlie Kirk Fallout. I got special guests, my brother and our Sean Arentz here for us tonight. I'm going to bring him on here in a second, but until then, sit back, relax, get ready for the Ronin Joe Show live right now. Let's go! That's right, it is the Ronin Joe Show. I am Ronin Joe. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. It is I, your hero, your Ronin, here to entertain you, to make you feel happy, slightly horny. Whatever it is I need to do, that is what I'm going to do for you tonight. Please let everybody know that we are live tonight. I have Sean here, jumping on here in a second with us. It's going to be a fun show, good conversation. I hope you're all doing good out there tonight. Let me get you up here on the screen so I can see you guys in the comments. And we will get started here and see what's going on. We got Mark Penguin was actually number one in the last show I did too. We just did odd and stuff, looked at the darkness, which was really fun. That was a great show. But Mark Penguin says, good luck on the launch. Great for more people to see how fire Reaper Destroyer is. My friend, you are number one in the chat. You are number one in my heart. That makes you, again, 2 in a row.
You're number one.
And as always...
So, Mr. Penguin, a penguin is a bird that cannot fly. I am a man. I have a name.
And his name is Mark Penguin. You also, my friend, get the hat trick tonight for being the first member in the chat. Oh, you know, it feels so good to have the members in the chat tonight. Hopefully tonight will be a little bit lighter of a show than the last one I did. JC came over from the Odd Stuff channel as well. Says here, good to see you. Thank you for being the Black Hat Cinephile. Says nice, I didn't even have to click it. I like how that works. Kayla's in the house. And you're live. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. She also says, yesterday was Sean's birthday. I know this. Sean's my best friend. Of course I know it's his birthday. What do you take me for, people? I mean, honestly. Let everybody know we're live. Come in here, jump in. We're going to talk about Reaper Destroyer, other stuff, have some good time, shoot the shit with my friend here, Sean Arent. Let's bring him on. First time, I might add, to the Ronin Joe Show, Mr. Sean Arent. What's going on, brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Good to see you, man. How you doing? Even though we just talked like 2 seconds ago.
Don't break the mystique. It's all new to the new show.
That's a good point. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How's it going? You didn't tell me stuff.
Oh, dude, I'm older. I'm wiser. I'm a little hornier, but you know, things are good. Things are good.
That tends to happen when you get to our age. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, everybody send Sean money for his birthday.
Yeah, or just,
I'll keep it. I'll keep it, but you know, super chats for Sean's birthday. I will keep the money, but we know it's going to him in spirits. I saw that comment too. Modern audience. I missed what I missed. I saw the comment on the New Darkness having itty bitty titties. Gonna need to pump those cup sizes up. Did I miss that comment?
What? I don't know.
Okay. Talking about the Angelus, I'm assuming.
Oh.
If you guys saw the On Stuff show that we just did, we talked about the reboot of The Darkness with Mark Silvestri writing, Ed Bennis doing the art. Looks phenomenal. Matt Banning returning on sequential inking for the first time in a long time. The design of the Angelus is a little bit different. I have to say, I think I like the original better. And it did have bigger titties. Now you're mentioning it.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, bigger titties for the Angelus. Let's go. Let's go.
Bring back them titties.
We got the Don in the house.
What's up, Don?
That says, hail and happy belated birthday to from myself and the studio. Okay. And Thank you. Other than Mama Donna.
Thank you, Mama Donna. Thank you, studio. Next Saturday, I'll be on hanging with the studio talking Type exclusively, so I'm looking forward to that.
I might try to jump on one of these times because Saturdays are hard for me. to get out and do stuff. But I did enjoy the time I was on there a few weeks back.
Great show, great guys.
I'd love to jump back on again at some point. Let me share something out. We're live. We are live. Show us your tip. Here we go. The Guyver is such a great concept and character. Movies were horribly done, but the anime was pretty good. I will push back just a little bit, JC, on that. Yes, the movies were lower budget, but man, they were fun. The Guyver movies were fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Guyver 2 is my favorite. Dark Hero.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more violent, a little bit more blood, a little bit more like the anime.
Yeah.
I really dug it. But yeah, low budget, kind of like Power Rangers meets, whatever.
Killer Clowns, but that's what got me into it. Like that summer of '92 when it first came on HBO, and the next day I went to camp. That whole bus ride to camp, me and my friends were like, "Did you see it?"
Yeah.
And everybody knew what you were talking about when you said it on HBO that night prior, and we all adventured being Guyver and the Xeno, whatever the fuck did. But yeah, man. And speaking of the Guyver comic books and anime, they're all packed up right here. They're all boxed up right here. So eventually we're going to be doing a Guyver show down the road one day soon.
One day we're going to. I've got the 2006. Was that what it was when it got rebooted? Not the original 80s.
Yeah.
But I've got the other one all up here in DVD.
Yeah.
But the 80s one, that anime I thought was just sick. Still some of my favorite anime. That style anime. The 70s, 80s, like that kind of anime art, cartoon, whatever you want to call it, was just amazing. And I wish I never really got away from that because there's just something very special when you jumped into that. But the Guyver #1, my dad brought that home one day because it was a PG-13 movie, I want to say, when it hit the States, or at least that version of it was. He brought it home one day, saw it in the movie store, brought it home to us. I watched it, had no idea what the Guyver was. That was my first experience. And I was just like you, Sean, as soon as I saw that, I was just like, that's it. I want to be the Guyver. I want to get alien armor, implanted in the back of my neck, and let's go. I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. So I still have fond memories of the Guyver.
For nothing, both of our properties are highly loosely inspired by it. It's near and dear to our hearts for sure.
Hashtag Core 20's in the house. Shout out. Hashtag C30 Core 20. Love you all. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, the Guyver was an influence on both Type 1 and Reaper Destroyer in different ways.
Yeah.
So it's definitely it holds a place for us when it comes to influences. Absolutely. Plus the armor design was just such a great design. Holds up to today. Cool. You don't even need to tweak that. It doesn't need to be redesigned.
Nope.
Still so good.
Yeah. But you know what's cool? It's one of those things where like we personally I could say that it's just as impactful as Wildcats, Youngblood, Cyberverse, The Darkness.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those characters that
I agree
in our time and lives. Yeah.
It's right up there. It's right. Yeah, it's 100%. Member of the channel, Sheldon Martin's in the house.
Isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Oh, you know it. AZHQ says Sean likes Guyver, prefers Benita's Darkness. Huge respect. All right.
God bless. Cool.
All right. I like that.
I'm getting kicked. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Half of that I'm going to say right on. The other half we can quabble about a little bit.
Okay.
The Guyver is such a great concept and character. Oh, you already read that. Let me get back down to where I was. How do you feel about the Kamen Rider?
Love Kamen Rider.
I don't know what it is.
There's a certain era that I'm more Kamen Rider than the different eras. I love Kamen Rider. Yeah.
The ability of the guy in the suit was amazing. Though the things he could do with all those prosthetic applications was amazing. Yeah, that reminds me of like I don't know who it was that did the special effects for that, but I know it wasn't Henson, but it kind of was up there with like the Turtles costumes that Jim Henson did for the 89 or whatever movie, because it gave the reality look, but also had the flexibility in all the right spots, so you could do all the fighting and the kicks and all that stuff that needed to be. So yeah, the flexibility in those costumes were absolutely great. Black Spiders, member of the channel, says, "Yo, what's up again, my dudes?" Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us a second time. Appreciate you. And shout out to anybody that came over from the Odd and Stuff show to this show. I just had to have 2 different shows because I'm working on getting this launch of Reaper Destroyer Second Chance campaign out tomorrow. I'm still kind of tweaking and working on the page. So I was like, why don't I do that live? Why don't I also take a chance to kind of do some promotion of the book as well? So I'm going to show off what I've been working on the page itself. There's still some things being tweaked, so it'll probably look slightly different by the time we launch tomorrow at 7 p.m. But you can be here as well, checking it out. If anybody hasn't backed Reaper Destroyer before or missed the first campaign, this is a great time to jump in and really good new covers, because you know what? The original covers for that campaign, they're done, never being printed again. Holding to that, everything that I overprinted is now up for sale on my website, but it's an uptick in charge. So if you want those original Dale Keown cover, you want my cover, you want the black and white edition, you got to pay more for it, because I got to respect the people that were there originally to back that campaign. So that's why this is here. I don't want to do I will do a catch-up tier on issue 2 as well, but this is a chance for you to jump in with issue 1, and you don't have to wait for issue 2 to be done before you can read both books. So that's why we're doing it. I expect this to kind of be a quick, bare bones campaign. Whatever it does is whatever it does, but we're going to get in, we're going to get out, and we're going to ship the books as soon as the 30 days is done, because the book's done. It's been done, ready to go. So we're going to check that out in 2 seconds. I came over to America like around Power Rangers time. I forgot they changed the name too.
Well, Power Rangers was originally Super Sentai.
Oh, okay. Okay, the guy that did Jurassic Park did that? Really? Okay.
Oh, nice.
For the creature. Okay, yeah.
Cool.
They had some talent on that movie. Yep. On the original movie, they had some talent on it. I think they were first-time directors, I want to say, because I think they were like stuntmen. Or something like that they got handed the reins, but it turned out good. If you watch that movie back, there's some cheesy acting and whatever, but it really works because it's really dark. As far as the lighting is really dark in that movie, but it works good with the creatures and the Guyver. The fight scenes are fun, So I'm sorry, I think it's solid. I want them to make a third movie. Have you heard? Go ahead.
They also looked like grown-up big versions of this.
Gremlins.
Yeah,
that one, the Dynamite guy.
Dynamite,
it was a giant gremlin. Yeah. You're on the Guyver group on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
I keep hearing that there's a fan Guyver movie that's being made, like a fan-made movie. I'm really excited to see what that's going to be like.
I've seen. If it's the same one, like I've seen a few minutes of a clip, and it looks like it could be cool. It was just a teaser. If it's the same thing, but I'm excited for that.
I'm looking forward to it. I keep hearing people talk about it on that group. I'm not on Facebook very much anymore these days, but I'm checking it out.
That's a great group. Shout out to that group.
Yeah, very, very cool. Always posting some good stuff when I do see things. Stan Winston Company, I'm not sure if that was him, but people worked with him, I think. Yeah, I think it was like an offshoot of that. Because, those people would break off and make their own studios and take their knowledge and start doing their own stuff. But, yeah, it was well done. It was good stuff. All right, let me back down this music. And we're going to put on some, let's do the heavy. There we go. Chill out music. There we go. Set the mood. Black Spider says Guyver Shin was great too. I don't know if do you know what that one is, Sean?
Which one is that? Is that the cartoon with the chick? Because there was a female Guyver.
Was there really? Okay.
Yeah, that one's
one.
tentacle porn.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fucking, dude. It fucking shafts her. Trying to deform it, yeah.
Oh, damn. All right. Please leave anime and animation, Crying, Freeman, Bebop, etc. live actions have not been good, is what he's saying. Yeah, I agree with you. Although I think there were some good things said about the One Piece movie that came out, or the series or whatever.
I saw the first episode. I've never read the manga.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. you know, it for one episode it was fine, but again,
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of that to be like huff and puff.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's. I think it's just like in anything, it's hard to kind of capture the feel of the anime in a live action. It just is.
Yeah,
You know,
that's with
there's-
everything. Yeah.
let me put this banner up here. By the way, if you're in the chat right now, Superior Press Store has 10% off code of Get Some.
Nice.
And you get 10% off of anything in that store as long as we're live, probably for about the next hour that deal is running. The links are up below or up above in the chat. Let me give a shout out to the people on the leaderboard here right now in the chat. We have Black Spiders is number 1, Kayla is number 2, and JC is number 3. If you guys don't know what that is, at the end of every show, whoever has that number 1 by their name goes on the leaderboard. And if you go on the leaderboard, we tally up your wins. Whoever has the most wins at the end of the year is going to get something very special from this channel itself. So we'll check the leaderboard out before the show ends. But while we're doing that, I'm going to bring this up. So Reaper Destroyer Issue 2 Second Chance campaign will be going live tomorrow night. Right here at 7 p.m. ish. We'll have Sean here. Maybe another special guest that we're talking to. Anybody else that might pop in. And who knows where the night's going to go. Now, I said this before because I got to put this out there for anybody that likes to cause trouble online. If you backed Reaper Destroyer, the first campaign, you don't have to back this again. This is not me trying to get more money out of you for the same book. If you want to back this and all the new covers, by all means do it. For collections, go for it. But this is legitimately for the new people that never backed the first campaign, that got introduced to me because I went on the Kings, or I'm a King now. So a lot of people did. I was surprised how many people didn't know me and didn't know Reaper Destroyer. And so I had a lot of people reaching out, wanting to get a book, and it was kind of limited. So I was like, let's do a second chance campaign. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be quick, in and out kind of thing. This is not meant to be like this big thing. It's really not. We're going to do this for anybody that didn't get the book, so you don't have to wait. But we have to do brand new covers because you guys cannot get the covers from the first campaign. You just can't. Got to respect the backers who backed the first time around. That's just the way it goes. So we had some awesome art by some great artists on this book, and people that have just lent art to the campaign as well over the years. And a lot of this stuff is mock-ups. This will be changed and all tweaked before we actually get to the actual printing of the book. But we had this awesome Isaac Bell cover, and this is the feature cover on this campaign. I have a cover as well, but this was the cover that was always meant to be the feature cover, whether this was a Kickstarter or second chance or whatever we were doing with it. It was going to be Isaac Bell. Shout out to Isaac Bell, Metal Shade, Hex. Go follow him, go back his books. He kills it in the indie scene, on the convention scenes as well. I think akirakirai.com is his website. Go check it out. Go support him. Fantastic dude and great artist. And he did this awesome, beautiful cover for this book, Sean. Look how this turned out. And just so good.
Oh, I'm so envious and proud of Isaac's growth and illustrative powerhouse that he's become. Like, this is so cool. I love the aesthetic. I love those asses. It's cool. Like, what a cover to have. Like, if this is your first introduction to being able to read Reaper Destroyer and just getting an Isaac cover, like, this is cool. Like, this is dope, dude. Like, I'm seeing this. I'm like, I wish this was my first experience. If that
I get
sense.
you.
Like, wow. Like, it's wow.
He did a bang up job on this. I was extremely excited. And we had Wes Hartman did the colors on this, which is the colors he works with on his book. So they're kind of teaming it together. So it's like his whole crew there coming together to do this cover. And I thought it turned out fantastic. I love it. I can't wait to see this in print. I'm excited to have this as a variant cover on the campaign. Shout out to Lady Ronin in the chat. It says PayPal is the devil. Yeah,
Facts.
She would know. She would know.
Facts.
She knows
have
what.
Have you tried Cash App?
I have certain options on the website. I think I can add other options. So I haven't looked into that one just yet. It was just kind of like the options that are like, look, this is the features. You can use these pay options, right? So I just selected them. PayPal for some reason. Let me tell you a quick story
Tell me
on the
about it.
PayPal thing, because I hinted at it on and stuff. I was like, I'll continue the conversation here. So I set up the website, and as I'm setting up payment options, I see PayPal as an option. I'm like, cool, I'll link it to my PayPal and just get it up there. And so I go to do that, and then I get this window pops up from PayPal, says, start up a business account. And I'm thinking to myself, that's a good idea. Let me keep the business from my personal separated, so I don't have to weed through that, especially with taxes and all that kind of stuff. It might be easier for my accountant and all that kind of stuff. So I go through there, I fill out the everything you need to fill out for the PayPal business account. And holy shit, real quick, Timescales is in the house, man. Good to see you. Been a second,
see you, brother. Hell yeah.
We also have Rick Saylor. I didn't do this for you on and stuff, so I'm going to do it for you now.
The common thread in all of my failed schemes is human stupidity. People are just too stupid to accept me as their leader.
Facts. As always, facts. Shout out to Rick and everybody that's in the chat right now. So I set up the business account. I go through everything, fill it all out, enter in all my information, account numbers, EIN numbers, everything you need for the business account. And it gets approved and it gets linked to my website. The first sale I make through the PayPal pay option, it gets flagged. And I get a message saying, we're going to hold your money for 120 days because we got to verify your account, and we're going to make sure, against fraud.
Days?
Yep.
That's a lot of days.
I know, right? And so I'm just like, all right, it wasn't that great of amount of money. So I'm like, okay.
Still.
I can wait. I didn't have a problem with this. This wasn't a big problem. And then a week later, I get another order from somebody, and they buy multiple things off of the website. And this is a bigger number, nothing crazy, but it's a bigger number. It's over $100 that they spent.
It's good money.
And I'm thinking to myself, cool. So I went on to PayPal to see what it's all about, and they flagged that payment as well. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wait, I thought the message you sent me was like the first payment is going to be held, not every single payment. And so I'm like, all right, here we go. This payment is being held for 120 days for review, of whatever. And I'm just like, all right, I got to send these people's stuff out. I'm not going to hold on to it. I'm not going to send them a message and be like, I'm holding on to your stuff for, a couple months. So I send out all the products. It gets shipped out. I take tracking numbers and every evidence I have of me shipping this stuff out. I go to PayPal. I enter in things just so they can see that it's been shipped out, thinking that's going to help. I talk to the AI stuff because it's hard to talk to real people with PayPal, which is another thing that kind of just ticks me off. You got to go through the whole AI chat before you can even try to find a human to talk to. And they're like, these are the reasons why it could be flagged. I'm just like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. I'll be patient and I'll wait. Time goes by, and I get a message in my email one morning when I wake up saying, your money is available. So I'm like, cool. They released the money. Everything's good. I went to go grab it. And when I go into my PayPal account, the business account, there's a big red sign that says, your account has been permanently suspended. And by the way, we are holding all of your money for an additional 180 days.
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So I'm like, what the fuck happened? So I'm looking at it like, they don't give me a reason why I got suspended. It just says like something to do with the terms of service. I violated. I'm just like, what did I violate? I filled out everything you needed to fill out. I've gone step by step, everything you need to do. So I got on the AI chat and I'm pissed. I'm just like, I need to talk to a human, and tell me where I need to contact or have my lawyers contact, because I'm pissed off. I was like, you guys have stolen my money. And so they're like, let's connect you or whatever. So I get an email from this dude named Mike. He's like, hey, I'm Mike from whatever, blah, blah, blah. What's your issue? Let's talk about it. So I go through all the stuff. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but tell him what's going on. And he's like, all right, let's review it. He's like, I'm going to send it back to review, and we're going to go over it again. He's like, sit tight, give us 48 hours to go over through this, and we'll see if we can get this corrected. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, appreciate it. If you can figure it out, then I'm good. Woke up the next morning to an email, not from Mike, but just from PayPal in general, just a general email saying, after review, your account is suspended, permanently suspended for violating blah, blah, blah. I still have no idea what I violated with the PayPal terms of service because they haven't given me details or allowed me to give more information or find a way through it. And they've just taken and holding my money now for at least 180 days. And there's nobody I can get a hold of. Nobody. So I don't know, you know, when you're on the PayPal site, you go to contact, it always takes you to an AI generated chat room. There's no webs, there's no phone number, there's no email. So I'm at a loss right now. I got to try to reach out to some people I know that have kind of dealt with this stuff. Oh, I see Rick is saying hit up Dojo. Okay, maybe I'll hit up Dojo. I know Eric Weathers had some issues. So I'm trying to find out a reason why this is the case. But that's why I ask if anybody backs or buys anything off my website, do not go through PayPal, please. I'm trying to find a way to eliminate that option and just continue going forward. So that's my sob story with PayPal going on right now. Yeah, you know, I still think I'll get the money. I think from what they say, I just have to wait a crazy amount of time.
That's a pain in the dick.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what if you needed that money like on the fly to like pay a bill?
well, I mean, the sucky thing is like I did need that money because we all know I'm working on Reaper Destroyer issue 2 right now. I've got an inker to pay, and that was money. I was like, oh great, I can pay for this many pages with this money.
Yeah,
You know, and so I was excited about that, and I can't get that now. Hopefully that will come at some point, but right now I'm just kind of screwed out of that money. So it is what it is, I guess. But eBay does that with PayPal, and you have to use your own money to ship out. Once it's delivered, they release your money. See, that's what I thought too, which is why, JC, I put in the tracking number to the orders that I sent out into the PayPal transactions, thinking that, okay, here you go. Here's evidence that it got shipped and it's sent out. And that still hasn't done anything. So I'm like, I'm at a loss. I'm like, what do I do? You know, 120 days for review. What do they have staff anymore? Sounds like PayPal is scamming people. See, that's what I was saying. You can't get a hold of anybody unless somebody knows how to actually get a hold of them. I looked all throughout PayPal. I couldn't find a phone number or a contact website. Like the contact area took you to an AI chatbot. And so you got to go through all the BS. And eventually I was just started spamming the chat saying, talk to a human, talk to a human, talk to a human, you know? And eventually they're like, we'll have, you know, a representative reach out to you. And that happened to be Mike. And Mike didn't do anything. And I'm right back to where I was. So AZHQ says I got flagged for thousands for gun parts when it was my buddy in
multiple sclerosis.
Titanium bolt action pens. It was a nightmare. Yeah, I don't get it because again, the thing that pisses me off is like you didn't tell me what it is. It's kind of like YouTube. When YouTube hits you with something, they don't ever tell you exactly what it is. They're just like, you violated this, and then you have to go in for a review. You know, it's the same thing with PayPal. Like, all right, I violated what, but I have no idea. You know, you got all my information. I'm linked. I have a personal account linked to this account that I've had for years. I've never had a single issue with. You verified me to link it to my website. So that meant you had to have looked into all the information I got you, and that didn't bring up any false hits or anything like that, or any scams or whatever. But my very first sale, you're like, oh, we're flagging this because this is suspicious. Yeah, I don't know. Kayla says my boss had to separate his personal account and put a business account for the shop. But that's what I did because I saw that right off the bat. I'm like, I'm going to create a business account, keep my personal separate. And so this is my business account, set it up specifically for the website. And my first sale was frozen. Maybe set a checkout system in your PayPal email associated and have people send money like as friends and family so they don't hold it. Possibly. So you have a Synchrony bank account. If you have a PayPal credit card, that might be one way they can transfer. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I never got the PayPal credit card because I just stay away from that kind of stuff, but vague and ambiguous. Yep, pretty much. Lady Ronin says, report it to the Better Business Bureau. And does they actually do anything anymore? No, they don't. Unfortunately, they don't. So that's my PayPal story, everybody. That's what I'm dealing with. Right now, it's just a waiting game to see if I can get everything figured out. But back to this. So this is the page working in progress. mock-ups. These will be tweaked and everything. One of the reasons why I did this, Sean,
Yes.
I told you a little bit ago, right, that I was having problems with Clip.
Yes.
Like, I got back from vacation and I had a weird charge on my account. And so I just did the whole fraud thing just in case, because I was like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And so I got a brand new card. During that time, my payment, I guess, for Clip Studio elapsed because it was attached to my other card. And so everything that I had on through Clip was lost. Unless I specifically had it saved in my files on my iPad. So all of my designs, the logo designs and all that stuff that I had pre-made so I could just take it and slap it on a comic was completely lost. So I've had to go in. I don't have to redesign things, but I just kind of have to reset stuff up. So this was like quick mock-up that I did, which isn't like 100% perfect, but it gets the point across of what it's going to look like. Trust me, when this book gets printed, it's going to be amazing. Second cover we're doing is the remake of the original Ashcan cover from 2022. Now, I explained this when I was on with Peter Orchard and Jake Bionic Bra last night on their show. And I said, one thing I did on the original campaign that kind of painted myself into a hard spot, when we did the Ashcan campaign, one of the things I did to sell that to people was saying, like, this is going to be a unique cover to this Ashcan. It's going to be a collectible. We're not printing this cover again. And it happened to be this image right here.
Yeah.
This is the gold version of the original Ashcan, gold foil version. This was the first version I put out, or the first image I put out. This was colored by Brian Valenza, inked by Jimmy Reyes, obviously drawn by me. People loved this when it came out. People thought this was a great cover. When I went to do the first campaign, people were disappointed that this was not the cover for the book. Oh, yeah, let me blow you up here. There we go.
Got some hard plastic.
Yeah, look at that.
Framing. Yep.
Along with the print that we sent out.
Yeah.
So people were disappointed. In timescales, I see that. I'll bring that up here in a second. People were disappointed that I didn't have this on the original campaign because they're like, we love this cover. This should have been the cover. And I was like, I know. I was like, but my big mouth put my foot right in it, saying that I would never print that cover again. So I can't do it, So I drew a brand new cover, and that's, we went that direction. And I loved it. It was great. But I was like, you know what? There's got to be a way around that, so I'm thinking to myself, like, what can I do to make this cover work? And I was like, okay, I'm going to replace this building, because when I originally drew this, I hadn't designed Victor's building. If you guys have read the book, you know that Victor's got a specific looking building in the comic. And I had this kind of like just different stylized building that I put in here. So I was like, I'm going to erase that with the original pencils. I'm going to draw in Victor's building to give it more of that modern feel that actually links it to the book. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to give the original pencils to my new inker, Marlo Aquiza. And I'm going to have them colored by my colorist of the book, Dave Kemp. And so that way I can skirt around the fact that this is essentially the same cover, but the Ashcan cover, I can stay true to my word, will never be printed again. That cover with that team will be what it is. So now we got a brand new cover. The image that was always meant to be on Reaper Destroyer issue 1 will now be on there forevermore. And this will be the cover. This will be the book that I reprint. This is going to be the one that I use to reprint. Like the first campaign, limited prints on all those covers, never printing those again. But this is how I get around it. This one will be the one that I'm going to print over and over again. I'm going to take it to conventions and all that kind of stuff. So I am extremely excited to get this cover out there finally. Sean, I know you are as well.
Amen. Hey, okay, so I got two things for look at me.
Okay.
I was thinking of something similar to this for him to do. And I'm like, hey, and this is only a couple months ago when I hit you up. I'm like, because I have great ideas. I like to brag. I'm like, hey, you ever think about doing this, and this with Marlo and then Dave? And you're like, yeah, I thought of that already. I'm like, fuck. But
think alike,
we have similar thoughts. We're in sync. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But selfishly cool is because of the Type 1 cover that I did, it was supposed to be a matchup. Like Reaper facing here and Shree's facing here.
Yeah, that's right.
Joe with the Ashcan is like, no, I'm not going to use it for the They begged the cover because they told the people this. And I'm like, motherfucker. He's like, you should redraw a new cover. I'm like, I ain't doing dick. I gotta draw pages. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
But no, now like to see how it should be, meant to be, it's just dope. And I can't wait to get this in my hands and then, you know, frame both of our covers together. Like, it's just selfishly, just because of him and I and our relationship. Like I'm excited. And I'm so, because
yeah, now we can have the books sitting next to each other. The characters are facing off, looking at each other. You know,
and look, no offense to the previous team, they did a phenomenal on each part of their.
Yeah, still
their
the
talents.
original one is still great. Yeah,
yeah. But Marlo just brought something out of you that like was supposed to be there from Jump Street. You know, like the hatching, the noodling, he gets you, like he gets your lines and then evolves them. Of it just makes like to my head it makes sense. And Dave's palette is just like chef's kiss. Like this is the cover, man. Like this is beautiful.
Yeah, the team on this book I think is it. You know, we went through a little bit with the first book. You know, originally I had like Joe Weems and Matt Banning were inking, which was great, very seasoned, amazing inkers. And Kyle Ritter was the original colorist, and I thought that was a very awesome team. And things changed, you know. Kyle had to lead the book, Joe, Matt, they all had to lead the book. And, you know, and I scrambled around and I found Dave. You know, Dave was doing the supplemental book for me at the time. I loved what he was doing on there. And I was like, dude, just jump over. You want to do the main book? And he got me. He knew what I was looking for. We had great conversations of how I was describing what I thought I wanted it to look like. And, you know, he got it, you know, and it worked very well. And then I hired Marlo to do 2 pages because I reached out to him. I didn't even know if he was doing anything, and he wasn't. He's retired. Essentially, he's still retired from inking, which is what's cool about this is I get to work with this guy. He's not inundated with a bunch of other work. You know, this is essentially some of the only inking he's doing. So he was an awesome dude. Talked to him, did a great job. I thought he worked very well with my pencils on the first book, on just the 2 pages he did. And so I hit him up. I was like, dude, I know you're not doing this for a living anymore. I was like, but I love what you're doing with my pencils. I would love to work with you more. And he had a blast. He really enjoyed doing this. He liked the character. He liked the pages he was working on. He thought we were meshing very well. So I was like, do issue 2 with me. I was like, as much as you can, you know, like hopefully you can do the entire book, but if not, just do as much as you can. Cause I didn't want another 6 inkers on issue 1 like I had before. And that was just out of necessity. You know, it's just sometimes that shit happens. And I ended up inking a lot more of the book than I thought I was going to as well. For speed wise, I just want to focus on pencils and work with an inker that I trust. And Marlo right now gets what I want to do. He does some great finishing. Like he keeps all my stuff, but he adds to it. He does what inkers are supposed to, what seasoned inkers are supposed to. And it just comes together and it looks phenomenal. So shout out to Marlo. I'm so excited every time I see something new come in from him.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Really inspiring.
Michael Pritchard's in the house, has just flipped the image the other way. That would have been an option. Could have done that. Could have done that. Look who we got. Another Australian in the house. Rob, the replicator, says, who would have thought the artist would be unreliable? Well, you know, it is. It is what it is, as the cool kids say. Michael said, you know, next time I know he's really not working anymore, get Danny Mickey. He actually is working. I talked to Danny. I had a really good conversation with Danny. We did the Curse of Spawn on Ott and stuff, remember? Or not on Akpa. We did the Curse of Spawn episode, and he actually watched that. He watched that episode, and he commented on some of the comments, and I ended up striking up a conversation with him, had some DMs back and forth. Really nice dude. Has some cool, you know, just inking talk and technique talk and all that kind of stuff. And I asked him at that point, I was like, hey, would you ever do commissions, you know, all that kind of stuff? I showed him my artwork, told him the inkers I had worked with before and all this kind of stuff. And he liked it. He was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. He's like, I would love to do some stuff. He's like, but unfortunately, I'm on an exclusive contract to Ghost Machine. So he's like, all I could do is commissions, but you couldn't use it for anything except for just a commission. And I was like, that sucks, but I get it. Well, you know, Danny Mickey would be awesome to work with, but just as long as he's under that exclusive contract, there's just no way that I could publish anything that I could get from him. So there'd be no point. I could not make my money back. Yeah. Well, yeah. But the whole idea is I pay my inkers really good money.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Really, really good money. Probably 2 to 3 times the amount that any independent inker is getting on a page, because these guys are worth it. And so I want to make sure that they know they're well taken care of. And if I can ever up that again at some point, I'll do that, depending on how campaigns do. Sheldon Martin said, in the future, when you guys are in your wheelchairs fishing, you always have your comics to power twin together for pictures. There you go. There you go. Sal Regla, I talked to him too. He was actually supposed to do 6 pages of the book we originally talked about. Trust me, guys, I hunt down these inkers that I love, and I just hound them trying to get work. But Sal and I talked. He was really interested in doing it. He'd been on Akba a couple times. He enjoyed being on there. He just got too busy. It was the biggest thing. Got too busy. D-Tron, I talked to D-Tron as well. I had a really fun conversation with D-Tron.
Which one?
Which D-Tron?
Like, it's Team D-Tron. I'm sure it's the one guy.
The D-Tron.
Yeah.
The main guy.
Yeah. D.
I DM'd him one day.
Nice.
And I was just like, dude, I loved your inks. What are you doing these days? Would you be into it? Send him some of the art. He and I had a good conversation about it. And again, but he was just retired. He's just like, I just don't have time to do that kind of stuff anymore. He's like, his stuff looks good. He's like, I really enjoy inking. And it looks like it would be fun. He's like, I just don't have any time to do it. And I was like, cool, no problem. So that was that. But yeah, trust me, guys, I've talked to a lot of people behind the scenes to get work on this book. So the people I have gotten, I'm blessed to do, but trust me, there's a lot of people behind the scenes I've already had conversations with multiple times. I believe Sandra Hope is taking commissions. Her work is amazing. I was studying some of her work over at Bennis.
Yeah,
she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's
I've never been able to get her to respond to me, though. Trust me, I've reached out to her as well. Inkers and colorists can make or break your book. That's a fact. And
or
that's why I try
to
or make you late. Yeah. And that's why I try to work with the best. I think Marlowe's the best right now and definitely fits what I'm doing. And I think that's why issue 2 is going to look so great. And Dave is just doing a fantastic job as well. Went to Indiegogo and everything is sold out. Dinosaur Dino. Are you talking about like the old? Okay, so this, if you guys are just joining, this is a preview of what we're doing tomorrow night. This is a preview of the campaign we're launching tomorrow night, the Second Chance campaign. The first campaign closed earlier this year, and that's done and gone. So this is your only chance to grab up this book. It's tomorrow starting at 7 for 30 days. That's it. It's going to be featuring Isaac Bell's cover, which is fantastic. We got this cover. That's going to be the ongoing cover for issue 1 for reprinting, which is great. We were just talking about this with Marlo and Dave. And then we are doing the sketch cover, the Dale Keown sketch cover, which I've been wanting to do for a long time, which I think just looks amazing in black and white. And, shout out to Chance Wolf, who recreated the whole pit, the iconic pit splatter logo, and made it to Reaper Destroyer. Actually, I forgot on this mock-up. I forgot to put the Destroyer. Oh, well, I'll fix that before it goes to print. And then the whole Reaping first issue. So this will be this in a sketch form. I think it's going to look absolutely beautiful on a printed cover, just like this, because Dale is just, what can you say, man? He's the GOAT. He's Dale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm so happy that you're doing this, being able to do it. And you're doing a 24-hour variant Virgin cover, right?
Yeah, so there will be a 24-hour variant. Say that 10 times fast. 24-hour Virgin sketch variant of Dale Keown's sketch cover. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this is, one, I just like Virgin covers.
Versions.
Take that as you will.
Yeah.
Because I like the art unadulterated, unmolested to the cover dressing. I've always liked that. And I was like, this needs to just be the image. But I didn't want to do let me do 2 versions. Let me do this sketch version and this sketch version. So I was like, all right, we'll do this 24 hours. But I want to be full disclosure here to everybody. This is going to be a 24-hour cover that may pop up again during the 30 days. I'm just going to put that out there from Jump Street.
Cool.
Because 24 hours to me doesn't mean just the first 24 hours and then it's gone. This is kind of like the exciting cover. You never know. This might pop up at some point 20 days in or the very last day. And just be like, hey, it's available again. If you missed it, you didn't have money the first time around, it's available for 24 hours. Grab it. So that's a true 24-hour cover. It will only ever be up for 24 hours, definitely on the first day. And who knows? It may never pop up again. It might be the first day might be the only time you get this. But if you want this, definitely go grab the Everything in One, which has all 4 covers for $100 in it. And then you don't have to worry about it. Then you get every single cover. But again, this is bare bones, everybody. You got the Isaac cover, you got my cover, you got the sketch cover, and then the 24-hour cover that will come and go, or maybe it'll just be gone after the first day. So this is what we're doing. Nothing fancy about this campaign. It's an in and out very quick, but what I am going to do, which I didn't have the chance to do on the first campaign, is I've got about 10 pages of the book on here for full script for new people to get in here and get a flavor and read the first 10 pages of the book for free on this campaign to get a feel of what you are getting. So more than just the 4 pages I put up there originally when we did the campaign. So you can actually read this in its entirety, and it goes all the way up through the nightmare scene, which I think is a good cliffhanger to get you a feel of what we're doing and where the book is going when you actually purchase this. So far, this is what we're working on. Very, very to the core, simple campaign. Let's launch this. Let's get into it. Let's get out and let's get on to issue 2. And hopefully if I get some new backers that want to do this, great. If not, I'm also going to have like a bunch of brand new covers that I'll be able to reprint and sell at conventions or whatever I might do. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're working on the Reaper Destroyer Second Chance campaign. I don't personally think you want to miss this. I really don't. I think there's some dope ass covers for collectibles. Get in on it. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., Rick, is when we're doing this. And, I haven't put a lot of hype on this campaign. Not like I did with the first campaign. Not what I'm trying to do with the second campaign that's launching later on this year for issue 2. Because honestly, this is for people that haven't got the book before. If you got it before and you want to get all brand new covers, by all means, coming back the book. But this really truly is to try to get brand new readers, brand new backers on this book, and let's get it over with. So there's no in demand. This isn't gonna be one of those things where it's like it's a 30-day campaign, but at the end I'm gonna push it into another 30 days and we're going in demand. No, this is just a true, at the end of 30 days the campaign ends, we go to print, and then we get the books out to you as fast as we can, because I want people to be able to read this book hopefully before they back issue 2. That's the whole goal, is to try to drive hype and attention into issue 2. That's what she said. In and out really quick. Yeah, you know. Thank you, AZHQ. Thank you. And hopefully you guys show up tomorrow. Hang out with us, 7 p.m. Back this campaign in the first day. Do as much as we can within that. And then, whoever we can pick up for the next 30 days, let's do it. I think it's going to be fun. I don't think you're going to want to miss this at all. Tomorrow at 6:59 p.m. is when I get paid. There you go. Nice. I like that. You should mention day and time over and over. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., right here on the Ronin Joe show. This is where it'll be. This is where you want to be. Is there anything anybody else can think about this? Because I think this is pretty much it. So, just got a quick run, Second Chance campaign, no waiting, the breakdown on the covers. I have to fix this. Shout out to Kayla. We had to go and rewrite the story a little bit, because I'll be honest, when I launched the first campaign, I hadn't wrote the entire book yet. I had the concept of what I was doing, but you guys know that with me, I draw the book first and I go back and script it and all that kind of stuff. So things tweaked and changed throughout the time I was working on the book. Some of the story was improved upon, I think, honestly, from what I was originally going to do. So the original description of the story, I didn't think really fit as much as I wanted it to. So I was like, we got to redo this. So this is new. I copy and paste a lot of this stuff because a lot of this stuff is all the same. But this is new. So we got to tweak this a little bit. This will be completely tweaked before we get there tomorrow night. We're still kind of working on it, but this is kind of like the new breakdown I won't read it now because I know Kayla's got a better version that she's been working on.
Which is awesome. I heard it.
Yeah, so I'll read it out tomorrow when we do that. Sheldon Martin said Joe was in a band. Yes. Yes, I was in a band. What was that in reference to? Oh, sorry, I'm new here. Well, welcome.
What's up, Tom?
Welcome, Tom. Good to see you. He says, do you draw? I do draw. So does this man right below me. We are both creators, comic book creators, independent creators. This is my book, Reaper Destroyer, that I'm showing off right now. Second Chance campaign tomorrow night at 7 p.m. If you missed the first campaign, this is a great time to jump on. This is my art right here. This is Isaac Bell, who's a fantastic artist. And if you guys don't know, you should know. This is Dale Keown. Dale motherfucking Keown, legend, goat, king of all, doing the covers. But this art right here is my art, as well as the pages here. All drawn by me, inked by Joe Weems, Matt Bat Banning, Chance Wolf, Marlo Quiza, Corey King, Matthew Seaborn, and myself as well, doing a lot of the work on the inking of this. So I think it's, especially I want to give a shout out to Matthew Seaborn. He's a guy, he was not a published inker, but I thought he was fantastic when I found him. And he'd been doing a lot of stuff. It's not like I discovered him or anything. But this was his test page. Because I was like, hey, do a test page for me. I want to see how you handle what I'm doing. And this was the page he delivered to me. And I loved it so much. It's like, I'm buying this and we're putting it in the book. So, and this is one of my favorite pages early on. I just love the way this turned out. He really kind of captured a lot of the feel that I had already going with Weems and Bat. And for these pages to go along with Bat or Weems right after a Weems page to a Matthew Seaborn page. Yes, to the trained eye, you can see the difference. You got to give those guys their props, respect for who they are. But it flows very well. Wouldn't you say, Sean? Like when you look at the whole page, when you're going from legendary Joe Weems inking over my pencils to Matthew Seaborn, it flows very, very well. So just shout out to Matt for doing such a great job, and a hard part of the book for taking right over for those giant names. Yeah,
tremendous talent. Like I don't want to use the word novice because he's very talented. Like you said, he fit right in. Only time he'll grow and get better, but beautiful work, very intricate line work, very gritty, a little rawness, but raw is good when it comes to the aesthetic art that you're doing with Reaper Destroyer. And it's just, he's fucking awesome. I love his shit.
Yeah, big shout out to him. Tom says, you guys are living my dream. You can draw and play music or play instruments.
I can play a skin flute.
Oh, jeez. But yes, I was in a band. I was in a band because of this name right here, Keown. One Dale Keown. I was a huge fan of Dale Keown growing up, and I knew that he was in a band and he did our art as well. And I was like, that's what I want to do. Those are my two loves. So I spent a lot of time drawing, a lot of time, I think almost a decade in a heavy metal band touring across the country. So I've lived a fun life. I really have. And now I'm here, got a great family, settled down, and doing another one of my passions and loves, making comic books. As a creator, how do you go as a creator, how do you go able changing the panels, angles, and viewpoints? Do you treat it as a camera for cinema with high vantage points, or like from the floor looking up and imposing figures? So I do look at things more from a cinematic point of view. And so when I'm thinking of scenes in my head, I'm thinking of camera movement like it would be in a movie or a TV series, establishing shots where the camera's going to be, if it's far away, close up, medium shot, bird's eye, worm, all that kind of stuff. And I just try to make it flow as best I can. I'm not an expert at it by any means. I'm still improving all the time when I'm drawing, but I definitely look at things in a more, this comic in my head is a movie. Does that make sense, Sean? Like this is like when I see this in my head before I draw it, it's like a movie. I see the scenes playing out like a movie, not necessarily like a comic book. And then I kind of just, put that together on the page, if that makes sense to anybody out there.
Wait a minute. Do I not know what skin flute means?
Yeah, isn't that like isn't that a reference to like a blowjob?
Oh, I thought it meant because I play with myself.
I don't think playing the skin flute is what you think it is, Sean.
Yeah. My bad.
Joe's proving indie comics don't need to be mid. They don't, man. Indie comics should be as good as you can produce quality books. That's what it should be. Professional as you can be. You're not going to be the quality of guys that have worked in the industry for years, but you can be as close as you can to it. And that should be it should be the goal. Oh man. Chat's having fun with that one. Yeah. So it's live TV, everybody. Slip ups. Don't play the skin flute. Yeah, don't let's.
All right, my bad. I was in the band. What do I know?
Okay, so what am I missing here? Isaac cover, my cover, Dale's cover, the 24-hour variant that will come and go, the everything in one cover. It's got all 4 covers. Standard prices here: $25 per book, $100 for the all-in-one. Then we're doing the standard shipping of $10 in the States. And I'm doing $25 rest of the world, except on this one, it's going to be $30 rest of the world. Because, guys, you got to take in consideration, I just came off a campaign of spending $20,000 in shipping. And not that I think this campaign is going to be that big where that's going to be that much of a price, but you have to see the amount that it takes to ship to another country.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's not fun. It's not fun at all. You got to take that in consideration. So I didn't want to go crazy with the shipping for the foreign orders, but I had to bump it up a little bit just based on the numbers I saw going to Canada, going to Australia, going to Mexico. Like I took the normal amount or the standard amount for a lot of those, and I kind of based that on why I was bumping it up to $25. So that's just what it is.
Times change, man.
Yep.
Just what it is. It's not 2019 or 2020 anymore. It sucks.
Just like the skin trombone.
Yeah, look.
Yeah. Rick said your girlfriend can play it, but not you.
Okay. All right, I'm with it.
Never heard of a skin flute. Thank you. I subscribe to Austin. Thank you. Appreciate it, brother.
Cool.
We do a lot of fun things on it. We got the Ronin Joe show. Obviously, this is usually my solo show. We got Odd and Stuff that we just did, which is me and Sean talking about comics, talking about art, having some guests on every once in a while, talking about stuff that they do. And then we got a couple other shows that come and go depending on the co-hosts and when they're available. We do a Spawn review where we talk all things Spawn and definitely follow the current Spawn books on Tuesday, usually at 8. That show we haven't done that in a little while. Just the co-hosts, we all get busy, and it's not fun to kind of just do that show with just 1 or 2 people. It's nice to have at least 3 of the co-hosts on there, having the conversation. And then we used to do a show called Appreciating Comic Book Art Live, which was basically just us sitting down with our co-host Kayla, who's in the chat right now, and looking at old comics that are in my collection and then just flipping through them and really just appreciating the art that inspired us. That was a fun show. We might get back to doing that at some point, but again, times get busy with all of us. So, but it's a fun channel. It's all comic book related, pop culture, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you like that stuff, absolutely subscribe. Consider becoming a member. Members get stuff off of the Superior Press store more so than the chats do. And I have to put in a tier. That's what I got to do. Thank you. I'm talking this all out. I'm still kind of building this up before we launch tomorrow. I need to put in a tier for the members. Let me go to perks here. Now, there shouldn't be any kind of personal information as I'm doing this live with you guys. Here's a little bit of a behind the scenes look at creating a Indiegogo campaign. Let's do secret tier. So we're gonna do a secret tier for the members of this channel. What should I do? What kind of discount should I give the members of this channel on a book? Maybe I'll do it on the everything in. Maybe I'll knock off a big chunk of money.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
So the everything in is $100. That's all 4 books, including the 24-hour variant. If you're a member of this channel, though, I'm going to make this really worth it for you guys. If you're a member for this channel, we're going to cut that in half. $50
Holy
all
shit.
in. That means you get 2 books for free. If you're a member of this channel, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's do that. Everything in one. For the members of this channel, $50, half the price.
And even with that, you don't even have to worry about the 24-hour cover because it's already there.
Yeah, you will already get it. Oh, everything in one. That's what it's called. Everything in one.
Yeah, cool. That's great.
All right, the everything in one will be all 4 books. All 4 covers. Spell that right. And you can get that for half the price if you were a member of this channel.
Look at that.
Let's see. Where is the art for that? Oh, wait. Too much stuff in here. Fortunately, nothing that's going to get me in trouble. You guys can see all this. It's all good. Where is it? Oh, it's right there.
Rick's like, I'm buying 20 of them, flipping them later on my 3rd chance campaign.
Nice.
There we go.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so become a member of the channel. And this is like if you bought a membership or if you've been gifted a membership, it doesn't matter. I'm going to send this out. I'm going to drop this secret tier in the community section of YouTube, which only the members will be able to see. And then you'll be able to follow this link and get this everything in one for basically 50% off. That's what I'm doing for the members of this channel. I don't have a lot of members, so I want to make it special for you guys.
That's cool.
With deals like this, membership pays for itself. Exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Are you using streaming? Yes. Yep, using StreamYard. All right, let me get back to this as we are building this up live in front of everybody. Let's see. I still got to do shipping on it though, guys. Still, that can't change. Like I still got to do shipping on it. But you'll at least get $50 off. I think still think it'll be all right. $50 off. Rest of the world, this one still has to be a little bit more expensive because it's a lot of books. It's a lot of weight going in one Gemini mailer. All right, so let me make sure I got this. This would be a perk is available to claim. It's a secret perk. Copy that. $50. Everything in one. Everything in one. You know, 4 covers. I can't spell. That's not my name. Miss a capital. You guys get to see how the sausage is being made. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Jeez. This is why I don't type. It's definitely why I don't type live.
Yeah.
And then the Dale Virgin sketch. I'll just say cover. It's a mouthful. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And there you go. Perk image. Everything's good. Shipping's in there. There we go. $50 for the everything in one for the members. That is a link that I'll copy right here. And I will put into the YouTube community chat when the time comes for tomorrow. Now, all right, featured tier. I need to make something to feature. I think the all-in-one should be, or should the Isaac Bell be the feature?
I'll go with the Isaac.
Okay.
I mean,
actually, no, I'm gonna go
one because it's more expensive.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the everything in one as the feature. How do I do that again? Set as feature perk. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the campaign. Lady Rona says, give away books like we're on Oprah. You get a book. You get a book.
You get a car.
Member
You get a
appreciation.
car.
That's kind of what I mean. There we go. All right. So the first thing you're going to see when you get this is the all-in-one for the $100. And you got the Isaac Bell, my cover, Dale's cover, and then the 24-hour cover that would be up there. And if you get the secret tier, when you follow that link, the secret tier will be sitting right here that you can back the all-in-one for $50. So that's what we're doing with that. Shout out to the members that are members of this channel. 70% off. That's a lot. I don't approve this. Well, it's not like I have 100 members on this channel. I've got like 13 members or something, you know. I think it'll be all right. It's all right. Yeah, Rick will yell at me later. Rick is like my talent manager. He gives me a lot of advice when it comes to this stuff, and some of the stuff that I haven't listened to came back and bit me in the ass. So I've learned to try to listen to Rick more often. But with this, I don't have that many members on this channel, so I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be. And it's not like anybody watching right now. Who do we have watching live? We got 12 people watching live right now. It's not like I'm going to go like, hey, everybody, sign up for this channel tomorrow so you can get $50 off. It's for you guys listening right now. You know what I'm saying? If you want to spread the word, you spread the word, you do that. But this is for you guys listening, for the members that are in the chat right now. This is for you guys, for thanks for supporting the channel, supporting me personally, supporting everybody else that's on here, doing what they do. This is just what I want to do to give back to you guys. Let's see. I'm behind 20. Okay, I'm behind. Let me get back. With these member tiers will come from these members. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Or even better, with this deal, you can double back the day one Reaper and Type 1. Bam, set for life. I love it.
Facts.
Love it. I don't approve of this show. Joe's going mad. Shit, I would have done 25% max for you chumps. I started at 70, but was going to go to like 25% max. And Joe said, I like big metal cards too. Yeah, that was a mistake. I'll never do metal prints again on a campaign. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That I should listen to Rick that time around. I'm here rolling smokes, watching and listening. Hell yeah, brother.
Nice.
Appreciate you.
Send some of that this way.
This is the QVC secret sale technique to move product. See? Yeah, there's a strategy to everything, everybody. All right. That I think is just going to be the secret tier. Like, this is so bare bones. A lot of campaigns you're going to do like early sign up, you get something, right? Like a card or a discount here or discount there. I don't think I'm doing this with this campaign because it's just going to be real quick, bare bones. I don't even have stretch goals on this. If this does decently, I will probably throw in some extras here or there, but that's how bare bones this campaign is. And I don't really anticipate this being like this big campaign. So this is it. I mean, what do you guys think in the chat here? Give me some feedback, because I'm pretty satisfied here with all the tiers. The one secret tier being for the YouTube members. I think I love the covers. Everything looks good. I do have to tweak this a little bit before tomorrow, which Kayla did send me the new write-up. Let me see. Let me check that out. I'll add that here and get a proofread going. Yeah, no, I'm thinking it looks good. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm liking this. Has anyone did a discount like this before for being a member? I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably not. But I do things that might be stupid, I guess. I'd like to give back though, when I can, in reason. And I think this is in reason. I really do. Like I said, it's not like I have like 100 members or something. I've got a small amount of people that sub to this channel that have been given subs, and if they know about it, come on in and grab this up. Come in and grab up $50 off on the main everything in one. Otherwise, most people are going to be doing like the $25 and grabbing the bundle. So I think it works. So I think we're good. I think we are good. Let me go to see what we got going on here. Pre-launch. Not the pre-launch. Editors. Yeah, I think I'm ready to kind of get... Actually, let me take this off the screen. I might get to personal stuff. I got to look at something real quick. Let me double check, make sure everything's good on here. So I'll have to review this and then launch it tomorrow. I think everything is looking good. There. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I'm going to do. Sean, any other ideas within reason for a simple campaign like this? You know, keep in mind this isn't like issue 2 where we'll do some other stuff.
No, I think this is great for a catch-up tier, essentially just to bring in new readers, people that missed out on the first chance for the first campaign. No reason to go dumb crazy, you know. Like you said, keep it bare bones. Let those that want to get it. Don't worry about idiots there saying, this is a cash grab. Fuck you. No, it's just proper business. And, you know, it'll make your life a lot easier when you're in fulfillment, when you're just only worried about 4 to 5 different tiers, you know?
Yeah.
You know, you got this covered, then the package. So you don't got to worry about putting in trading cards or putting into this. So I think it's cool, man. I think it's going to be easy. As far as fulfillment-wise, no reason to go crazy.
All right, well, I think that sounds good then. I got this all set up to hit the review and launch tomorrow night. Wonder what happens if I hit the review now. I can't remember. It's been so long since I did this. I think review and launch means I hit this button, I can review it before it launches. Not that I get to review it and it launches.
I marked it when we did it.
Yeah, let's see. I like it only having one gripe, but you know but this is definitely worth doing 100%. Yeah, you know, it for sure. Rick, we got ideas for the second campaign. The second campaign will be more of the bells and whistles and fun stuff and different tiers and all this kind of stuff. I just wanted to keep this real simple, real bare bones, not go all out because, you know, I anticipate this being a smaller campaign because a lot of people already got Reaper Destroyer. So this is, you know, I don't anticipate a lot of people that already got it are going to come back and buy this in mass for brand new covers. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But this is legitimately, let's get some new readers in here, new backers, and let's get the campaign to print and get it out to everybody as we are gearing up for issue 2. All right, let me hit this real quick. Okay. Well, I'm glad I did that. What am I missing here? Oh, why didn't that fill in? That's stupid. I hate that you have to enter in tags for your... They won't let you do custom tags. Like, you gotta be like, you know, book or earbuds. Interesting.
That's Wackosaurus.
Do fantasy. There we go. Let's do that. All right.
If you do schmut.
Yeah. Oh, why is this required? I don't remember this being required before. FQA. The FQA section should provide the most common details that backers are looking for when evaluating your campaign. We will also provide common answers to questions about crowdfunding and how Indiegogo works. Question. The fuck should your question be? That makes no sense to me. What should be a question here, chat? Let me bring this up for everybody. Because I don't really understand this. I don't remember doing this the first time around. So this is a required thing that I got to fill out.
Yeah, but for what though?
I know, that's what, like, what should the question, and what's the answer? Like, what are they looking for? Thought maybe if you click on it, it would give you like a standard quick question that you could pick from. Provides common details that backers are looking for when evaluating your campaign.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Is this book dope as fuck? Answer, yup.
I mean, I guess we could do that.
You know,
Do something like that. When will I get my book? Or when will...
Oh, don't go there. Don't go there because you never know.
Well, with this campaign,
Yeah.
everything's done, you know.
Well,
So there shouldn't be any wait.
Yeah.
Q Reaper A Destroyer. What's going on, Arlund? Good to see you. JC, what for you investing in this comic? I was just typing that, Sean.
See? Unagi, Rick.
JC, he says, what for you investing?
Interested.
What are you interested in this comic? Well, I feel like this has to be one of those, like, you know, questions, like the commonly asked questions about something, like, you know, yeah, like, when will I receive what I back? I don't know.
Oh, well.
My order. How about that? We'll try this. When we get my, it's still red. At the end of 30 days. Jackass. Does that work? Save and continue. We'll see if that worked. I'm going to take you guys back down for a second. I got to jump in here and go to the other section, which might have information.
Take you down to Paradise City.
All right. See if that satisfied the review and launch. Review. Oh, required information. Team. Oh, the team. Where the hell's the team at? Oh, team. All right. Yeah, duh. I forgot to do this entire section. All right. Let me fill that out. Me. The team is me.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody else gets to be on here. Joe M Sonntag. Role. The man. No. Creator. All right, I think that's it. That should be it. So I forgot to do that section. See, I'm glad I'm doing this live and getting this done. Save and continue. All right, let me try one more time. All right, review. What the fuck? Oh, gee, come on, stupid freaking. Oh, actually, let's do this one. All right, support emails in there. I don't need that. That's all. Motherfucker. All right, there we go. Phone numbers, date of birth, address, support email, creator, save and continue. All right, Indigo, is that good enough for you? All right, there we go. Good to go. Launch campaign. Not yet, but I can. Please confirm the following information. You cannot change these settings after you launch. For more information on what you won't be able to edit once your campaign launches, see our help, blah, blah, blah. Yep. The funding goal is only $500 because, I mean, what you really don't need to put an actual amount in there like I did the first campaign. So I'm just putting a amount in there. 8 computers, yeah. Shouldn't I play with the skin flute? That should have been the question.
Fuck.
That should have been, damn it, I should have put that in there.
God damn.
Meant to write what you got into, or what got you interested. I got you.
The skin flute.
The skin flute. Who are the largest comic artist influencers? Who are your largest comic artist influencers? I mean, mine is a ton.
Yeah.
But I'll break it down into like a top 5. I got probably like a top 20.
Yeah.
The people that have influenced me. But top 5, let's say Mark Silvestri, Dale Keown, Jim Lee. Oh man, it kind of gets hard after that. Turner. And probably, oh man, Brett Booth. That's my top 5. It's a hard one because, like I said, I got a shit ton of them. Sean?
Like my starting lineup would be Todd, Jim, Rob, Grummett, Adams. And that's from like the kid side of me, like that really got me jazzed to be a creator. But like my top 5 now is different. Like Benitez, Finch, Turner, Booth. Did I say Finch already?
I think you said Finch, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It kind of changes. But yeah, that's the guys I really go for when I'm looking at aesthetically and artistically lately for the past 10, 15 years. Oh, you know something cool, dude? Guess who I share a birthday with?
Who or what?
Tony Daniel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, no shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's definitely what's up.
Why am I getting a notification? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, you know what I noticed? But I do think I can edit that. Like I can add things to the homepage and all that kind of stuff after I launch because I do need to tweak. I do need to change that right up in the story, but I can handle that tomorrow. That's not a big deal. He said, I meant that as a question on the Indie. Well, the Indiegogo is supposed to be something about the campaign. So it's got to be like, when will I get my book? Or, you know, whatever. You know, I think that's what it was supposed to be. Something like that. Joe's account gets suspended midstream for no reason. Man, I hope not. That would suck.
Think about the publicity on that.
Oh, I'd be hot.
Yeah.
I would be hot, man.
People be making streams about it, clipping it.
Who is your favorite? Who is your second favorite Spawn secondary character? The Violator.
Maybe Redeemer.
Okay, I can get down with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. I think that's good. I think I worked out the kinks. Did it live in front of everybody. The sale on the store has now officially ended. So I'll turn that off. Join us tomorrow night. Reaper Destroyer Second Chance campaign, 7 p.m. Do me a favor, everybody out there. Hit the social medias. Let people know that it's happening. Draw some attention, some excitement. If you see a post of mine throughout the day, share that out. Let people know the place to be if you want to get this campaign, or if you just want to come and hang out. 7 p.m. is here on the Ronin Joe channel. Sean is going to be on there with me. We're going to have some other guests, maybe some big names I'm excited about. I'll keep that there, and just in case they don't show up. But I have, it'll be a fun show, and who knows what's going to happen tonight. But if you missed this book, you wanted to get it, this is the time to get on it now. 30 days, and we go to print, and we get it into your hands, and we get ready for Reaper Destroyer issue 2. So 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to start doing this. And we're just going to have a fun time. It's going to be a fun stream. Laid back like it used to be. Old days. We're bringing back the old days. Let's go.
Because we're old.
Original or wings with the Redeemer?
Wings.
There you go. There we go. I'm going to change the title. I didn't get to the Charlie Kirk stuff when I was originally thinking I was doing this by myself. I was going to go into some thoughts, but don't need to do that when we're just chilling, hanging out together. So I'm going to cancel that and just change the title before or after this thing is done. So I can talk about that again some other day. But, you know, shout out to the revival around the world of people seeing that, you know, you can't tolerate certain actions and certain people acting a certain way morally. Let's all come together. That's all I got to say. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. We're going to get out of here, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. Sean, I love you, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Chat, you guys are awesome. Number 1 in the chat. Look at that. Brand new JC.
Nice. Thanks for coming by.
JC, you are being added to the leaderboard with 1 victory. I got to update that. So JC's going on there. Sheldon Martin gets a 2nd victory. You guys know what we do at the end of the year. We're adding that up, and you guys are going to get something special in the chat. So shout out to JC. Thank you for being here. Hit the subscribe button. Become a member, guys. Get in on that awesome deal that I just gave all the members of the YouTube channel. You don't want to miss that. And then till tomorrow, be good to each other. Take care of one another. And as always, picture me naked. Talk to y'all later. Peace.